You've just stopped moving. The wind cuts through your jacket like it knows your name. Your fingers are stiff, your breath feels sharp, and panic starts whispering, "Fire! Now!" So you rush. You snap branches, hack at frozen wood, swing your arms like your life depends on it, because you think it does. And that's the trap. In those first minutes, your body is burning calories at an insane rate. You're sweating without realizing it. That moisture soaks into your base layers, and the second you stop moving, the cold turns that sweat into a heat-sucking weapon. You don't feel it right away. You just feel tired, heavy, slower. Here's the truth most people never hear. In deep cold, fire only warms the side of you it's facing. The rest of your body is still losing heat to the air, the ground, and your own damp clothing. And every log you cut costs energy you can't afford to lose. Think of it like this. The cold isn't trying to kill you fast. It's trying to bleed you out quietly, one bad decision at a time. The people who survive aren't the ones who build the biggest fire. They're the ones who resist the urge to do something dramatic and instead do the right thing first. Today, you're going to learn why fire is your enemy in the first early hours, and what you need to do instead to stay alive when the temperature drops so low. Let's look at the math, because the cold doesn't care about motivation, only numbers. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, your body is a furnace fighting to stay at 37 degrees Celsius. That's a 57-degree gap, and every second you're exposed, heat is leaking out like steam from a cracked pipe. You're not resting, you're spending energy just to exist. Now imagine you decide fire is the priority. The calorie drain. You start chopping frozen hardwood. Each swing feels productive. Each swing feels hopeful. But the math is brutal. 500 to 700 calories per hour burned just processing wood. That's a full meal. Gone. If you haven't eaten, you're not working hard. You're draining your survival battery to zero just to earn a flame that might be snuffed out by one bad gust of wind. There's a story that plays out the same way every winter. Someone works themselves warm, building a fire, feels strong, feels capable, then sits down. The moment they stop moving, the truth shows up. The sweat factor. You didn't notice it while swinging the axe, but your base layer is damp, not soaked, just enough. And in this cold, just enough is all it takes. The second you stop moving, that moisture turns into an ice jacket. Heat starts getting pulled out of your body faster than before you ever touched the wood. You don't feel warmer, you feel confused, sluggish, like the cold suddenly leveled up. Then comes the most dangerous part, the false sense of security. The fire's lit, orange flames, crackling sound, relief. You hold your hands out and think, I've got this now. But fire doesn't heat you. It entertains you. It creates a tiny microclimate that exists only as long as fuel does. One side of your body is warm, the other is still losing heat. The ground beneath you is still stealing warmth through your boots. And if exhaustion wins, if you close your eyes just for a minute, the fire doesn't care. When it dies, the heat goes with it. And in this cold, you don't get a second warning. This is why fire is the wrong obsession in the first hours. Not because fire is useless, but because timing is everything. The cold doesn't kill you with drama. It kills you when you're tired, damp, and convinced you're safe. The people who survive aren't the ones who rush to feel warm. They're the ones who protect their heat first, before chasing flames that cost more than they give. Instead of trying to heat the air around you, you need to trap the air against you. That shift in thinking is the difference between burning energy and surviving the night. And this is how you do it. Number 1, isolate from the earth. The ground is not neutral. It's a heat sink. Lie directly on snow, and it will pull warmth out of you faster than the wind ever could. You've felt this before, kneeling for just a second, then realizing your legs are going numb. That's the ground winning. You need at least 6 inches of insulation between you and the snow. Compressed pine boughs, dry leaves, cardboard, even a pack laid flat. Closed cell foam is gold if you have it. No insulation underneath means everything else you do is wasted effort. Number 2, the body bag method. You crawl into a bivy sack or wrap yourself in a space blanket. But here's where most people mess it up. You don't seal it tight. If it's hugging your body, you've built a shiny refrigerator. What you want is dead air space, a small pocket your body can warm and keep warm. Picture a thermos. The heat doesn't escape because it has nowhere to go. That trapped air becomes your personal microclimate, and it works quietly while you do nothing at all. Number 3, shrink the room. If you're building a lean-to or snow shelter, smaller is better, uncomfortably small, so small you can barely turn around without bumping a wall. Your body is a heater, but it's not powerful enough to warm a cathedral. In a tiny space though, your heat builds fast, 10 degrees in minutes if the wind is blocked. In a massive shelter, you're just shivering inside a cold cave, wondering why it isn't working. This is how you beat the cold early on. Not by fighting it head-on, but by refusing to give it space. You don't outmuscle winter. You outthink it by trapping your heat, slowing your losses, and letting your body do what it's been doing your whole life, keeping you alive.